I refused to let my sister hold my baby. My sister Becca had been glaring at me from across my parents' living room for the past 20 minutes, and I knew exactly what was coming. It was my daughter Lily's first birthday party. The whole family was packed into the house, and I had been strategically avoiding Becca since we walked through the door. She finally cornered me by the drink table while I was refilling my water, and didn't even try to keep her voice down. "You've had an entire year to get over whatever problem you have with me, and you're still acting like I'm not allowed near my own niece." My mom immediately appeared with that look on her face, the one that meant I was about to get a lecture about family and forgiveness and how sisters need to stick together. "She's right, honey," my mom said while putting her hand on Becca's shoulder like she was the victim here. "You've been treating your sister like a stranger since Lily was born, and nobody understands why." Becca stepped closer to me and said, "Just admit it. You're doing this on purpose because you want to hurt me. You want me to feel like I'm not part of this family anymore, and it's working." Her voice cracked on the last word, and I watched my aunts and cousins shift uncomfortably around the room, all of them looking at me like I was the villain who made poor Becca cry at a baby's birthday party. They were all waiting for me to apologize, to finally admit I had been cruel for no reason, but they didn't know what I knew about Becca. I wanted to scream at all of them that I wasn't being cruel, and that I had very good reasons for keeping Becca away from Lily, but they wouldn't understand because they hadn't seen what I had seen. 3 years ago, at our cousin's backyard party, Becca was supposed to be watching our cousin's toddler while everyone else was setting up food, but I found the kid wandering alone near the driveway, while Becca sat on the patio scrolling through her phone, completely oblivious to the fact that a 2-year-old was 5 feet away from the street. When I brought the kid back, she just laughed and said, "Oh my god, I literally looked away for 1 second, you're so dramatic." 2 years ago at a friend's party, Becca was supposed to be helping our friend's 5-year-old on the monkey bars, but she was too busy texting to notice when the kid lost her grip and fell straight onto her arm, and we spent the rest of the day in the emergency room while the little girl got a cast for her fractured wrist. Then last summer, the thing happened that made me decide Becca would never touch my child as long as I was alive. She was watching our cousin's 6-year-old at a hotel pool while his parents went to check in, and I came down to find the kid in the deep end struggling to keep his head above water, while Becca stood at the towel rack with her back turned taking a selfie. I jumped in fully clothed and pulled him out while he coughed up water and cried. When I confronted Becca, she had the audacity to say, "He told me he knew how to swim. It's not my fault he lied." The kid could have drowned, and she found a way to make it his fault. So when my mom and Becca stood there demanding to know why I was being so unfair, I took a deep breath and finally decided to say something. "You want to know why I won't let you hold my daughter? Because you're careless with kids, and you always have been. Every time someone trusts you around a child, they wind up hurt or in danger." Becca's face turned red, and she immediately started raising her voice so everyone in the room could hear her defense. "That is such garbage because I am great with kids and everyone here knows it." She was waving her arms around wildly as she spoke, completely unaware that our cousin's 4-year-old had wandered up right behind her to see what all the yelling was about. "I have babysat for this family 100 times and nothing bad has ever happened, and you're treating me like I'm some kind of monster," Becca shouted as she flung her arm back for emphasis and accidentally smacked the little girl directly in the face. The kid immediately burst into tears and grabbed her nose while blood started dripping down onto her party dress, and the entire room went dead silent as everyone stared at Becca standing there with her mouth open. My mom slowly took her hand off Becca's shoulder and stepped away from her like she was seeing her for the first time. "Thank you for proving my point," I said, while Becca stood frozen in the middle of the room with the little girl's blood still on her hand. I turned to my mom and said, "Still think I'm being ridiculous?" And she couldn't even look me in the eye.